Okay, and the formula you studied in this chapter, here there is a formula list. So the first formula you are going to use, that is I is equal to Q by T, where I is current flowing through a conductor and Q is the charge flowing through a conductor and T is the time taken. And here one more relation for the current, which is I is equal to NEAVD, where N is number of electrons per unit volume, and E is the charge of an electron. The value of E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and A is the area, and Vd is the drift velocity. And the formula of drift velocity is here. So drift velocity is equal to E tau divided by m. Here E is the charge of an electron again, and capital E is the electric field in a conductor, and tau is the relaxation time, and m is the mass of an electron. And next, current density. Current density J is equal to I divided by A, where I is the current passing through a conductor having area of cross section A. And NEVD we can write by using the same formula here. We can write it. And next, mobility. Expression for mobility is drift velocity per unit electric field. And next, the resistance, the factor on which the resistance depends. So resistance of a conductor is equal to rho into L divided by A, where rho is specific resistance, or it is also called as resistivity, and L is the length of the conductor and A is the area of the conductor. And this is the Ohm's law. Okay, potential difference is equal to current times the resistance. And if many resistances are connected, if many resistors are connected in series, so n number of resistors are connected in series, then the value of equivalent resistance Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus so on up to Rn, you can write. If the same kind of resistors are connected in parallel, there are many resistors which are connected in parallel, and the equivalent resistance of this is given by 1 divided by Rp is equal to 1 divided by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, so on up to 1 divided by Rn. If only two resistors are connected, so here I have only two resistors, and we can write R1 and R2 are connected in parallel, then equivalent resistance can be written as R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. If all the resistors are connected in parallel are equal, suppose if R1 is equal to R2, you can write the equivalent resistance Rp is equal to R divided by 2 here. But if n number of resistors are connected, then you can write R divided by n. Suppose I have one more source of EMF and this is connected to the external resistor R, and the cell having internal resistance small letter r, then current flowing through a conductor is given by I is equal to E divided by R plus R, where E is the EMF of this, EMF of the battery which is connected, maybe 1.5 volt, 9 volt. So that is the EMF E. R is the external resistor and R is small letter r is internal resistor. Next, power. The power associated with the circuit. So P is equal to VI. V is the voltage or potential difference and I is the current flowing through a conductor. You can use Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR, and you will get I square R. Again you can use the Ohm's law and you will get V square by R. If you substitute I is equal to V by R, you will get this. Okay. Next, terminal potential difference is given by V is equal to E minus IR. Next, branch current formula here. There are two currents here. Suppose I have a circuit like this. This is a resistor, two resistors which are connected in parallel. And the main current which is coming here, this is the main current I will call. When it reaches a junction, it divides into two branch. The current divided into two, and one is I1 here and I2 here. And I1 is flowing through the resistor R1 and I2 is flowing through the resistor R2, and the current will come here and join together and goes. So I is equal to I1 plus I2. But the value of I1 is given by the formula. This one, I1 is equal to main current into resistance of other branch divided by sum of all the resistors in it. Next, other branch current I2 is equal to main current into resistance of other branch divided by sum of the resistances. Suppose if you have two cells which are connected in parallel, having EMF E1 and internal resistance R1 for this cell and EMF E2 and internal resistance R2, then equivalent EMF of these two is given by E equivalent is equal to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So these are the some of the formula required to solve the problems. So let us start solving the problem. Okay, here it is there. From simple problem we will start. The first question, a potential difference of 200 volts is applied across the ends of the conductor. By the moment you read this and you draw the circuit, then only it is better to solve the problem. So a 200 volt a potential difference is applied across the conductor. I have a conductor here and it is connected to the battery. Of how much potential difference? It is 200 volt. So these are the given data, and what they have given next. Conductor of resistance is given. The conductor resistance is given. This is 50 ohm. 50 ohm. So the value of R is also given. Calculate the number of electrons. Calculate the number of electrons flowing through it in 1 second. So time is given. You can note it down. The time which is given, which is 1 second. Okay. So if you connect the battery, what happens? The current starts flowing in it. If the current is flowing in this direction, it means all the electrons are flowing here, right? All the electrons are flowing in the opposite direction. What they are asking, calculate the number of electrons flowing through it in 1 second. So number of electrons they are asking. Okay. So these are the given data. Now, according to Ohm's law, current I is equal to V by R. You can use it. And also you have current I is equal to, same current I is equal to Q by T, right? We can use it. But what is Q is equal to? According to the quantization rule you studied, the total charge is equal to N into E, number of electrons into charge on one electron. So N into E divided by T. Okay. So these are the formula of current. Now first you use this one. So I is equal to V by R. You can use it and calculate the current. Or one more method is also there. So first I can calculate I is equal to V by R. So what is the value of V, which is given 200 divided by R value which is 50. So you calculate it and the value of current you are going to get, this is 4 amps. Not only one method, many methods are there to use. So first part got over. Next, use this part. So I'm using now this part to calculate the number of electrons. So the number of electrons is equal to, so I will use this. So what is the formula of that? So I is equal to NE divided by T, right? So we need to calculate what is N. So this is I into T divided by E, correct? So what is the value of I we found? The I value is 4 amps. So 4 amps and T value is 1 second divided by charge of an electron. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. You can use the calculator and do this and you will get the answer 2.5 into 10 to the power plus 19 you are going to get. Plus 19. So these number of electrons flowing per second in a conductor. So very huge number of electrons are flowing if you apply 200 volt. Okay. Next question. So what about next question says? So we'll make some space over here. Okay. The next question is that electron moving in a beam has an aperture of 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. What they have given here, electrons. Many of the electrons are flowing in a conductor. Maybe beam they have given here. So beam of electron which are flowing. The aperture of that, aperture is nothing but area. You remember area. If you don't know what is aperture, you just have a look at the unit of this. What they have given here, unit meter square. Meter square is actually the unit of what? Area, right? So they have given here area. So area what they have given here is A is equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. The total number of what they have given here, the total number of electrons moving through a perpendicular cross section per second is, so number of electrons are given, so that is equal to 6 into 10 to the power 16 electrons. What is the current density? J value they are asking. Okay. What is the formula of current density? The current density J is equal to I divided by A. We can use it. But do you know the value of I? We don't know the value of I. So we can calculate the value of I by using the formula, basic formula of current, which is Q divided by T. According to quantization rule, N into E divided by T, we can use it. Okay. So that is equal to, the value of N is given, E is known to us. The value of E is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. Okay, and T value what they have given here, the T value is 1 second. Okay, per second they have given it here. Okay, so N value, what is the value of N? 6 into 10 to the power 16 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 whole divided by 1. So solve it, what you are going to get the answer. Let me check the answer of this. Okay. 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 3 amps. So unit you must write it without leaving. So the current you got it. Now what they are asking here in a question, that is current density, right? Current density we must calculate. So after getting this, so current density formula, what is current density? J is equal to I divided by A. So what is the value of I here? You found it. So the value of I is 9.6 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by the value of area. Area of beam, they have given it here, 2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So if you solve it, you are going to get, so this is 9.6 divided by 2, right? So you can cancel it here itself. So it is 4 point, is it 3? Okay, 4 point, is it 53? 4.5, 4.8. Okay, yes, 40, 96 divided by 2, 48. And if you take it to numerator, it becomes plus 6. So 4.8 into 10 to the power minus 3 plus 6, which is equal to 4.8 into 10 to the power 3. Unit. The unit of this current density is ampere per meter square. Okay, remember that. So let us move to the next question now. The next question is here. A copper wire. So this is the third question. A copper wire 10 to the power minus 6 meter square. So area is given. Immediately you can note it down. So area of copper wire, which is 10 to the power minus 6 meter, micrometer, they have given. Cross section carries a current. Copper wire carries a current of 2 amps. Okay. If the number of electrons in a cubic meter is given, so the value of N is given, 8 into 10 to the power 28. Calculate the current density. So current density is how much, and calculate the drift velocity. You need to know the formula of current density as well as drift velocity. Okay, now, so J value we can calculate it. The formula of J is I divided by A. Substitute the value of I. The value of I is 2 amps. So 2 amps, no need to write the unit here, divided by the value of area, which is 10 to the power minus 6. If you take into numerator, you will get 10 to the power plus 6. So unit, don't miss the unit, ampere per meter square you are going to get. So this is the value of current density you are going to get. Next one. The next, what is drift velocity? They are asking the drift velocity. The drift velocity Vd is equal to, what is the formula of drift velocity? No need to use the drift velocity formula E tau divided by m. No need to use this one because we don't know what is the value of a relaxation time and electric field, right? So better to use one more formula I have. So this one, I is equal to NEAVD. So from this also you can calculate Vd. So drift velocity Vd is equal to I divided by NEA. So everything is given now, right? So substitute all the values. So I value, which is equal to, we can use, you got it as 2 divided by N value, which is 8 into 10 to the power 28 into the value of E, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19, and the value of A, which we have, which is 10 to the power minus 6. Use the calculator and do it. You are going to get the answer, which is equal to, is it 0.156, 0.156 into 10 to the power minus 3. So it is, since it is a drift velocity, the unit of drift velocity is meter per second. Or you can write like this, 156. If you write 156, it becomes 156 into 10 to the power. 156 into 10 to the power, what you are going to get? minus 6 meter per second. Okay. So these are the simple kind of questions we solved it. Now let us move on to the next one. So this is the next question I have. So the resistance of a wire of length 0.6 meter. So length of that, it is 0.6 meter, and the diameter of the wire is given. Diameter is given, which is equal to 0.09 millimeter. They have given it in millimeter. Since it is not in SI unit, convert it into one particular unit. SI unit we will take. So 0.09 millimeter means 10 to the power minus 3 meter. And the resistance is given for that particular wire. R is equal to 40 ohm. What is its specific resistance? Specific resistance is nothing but resistivity. So resistivity we must calculate. So R value, L value they have given, diameter is given. So the formula I can use is this one, the resistance value, rho into L divided by A. But do you know the value of A? So this is a wire. Diameter of the wire is given. So area of the wire we need to find it out. So I can substitute the wire area. Area of the wire is pi r square. R is the radius of the wire. So do you know the radius? Indirectly you know it from the diameter. So you can write it rho into L divided by pi into radius can be written as diameter divided by 2, right? Square it. Don't forget to square. So that is equal to, we can write rho L divided by pi d square divided by 4, that can be taken to the numerator. I will write it here. Now substitute all the values. So 4 into the resistivity value. The resistivity value you need to calculate it, right? So R value is given. So solve for rho first. Okay. Solve for rho, resistivity, specific resistance. Rho is equal to pi d square R divided by 4L. This is equal to pi value. You can take it as 3.142 into d value. D value is 0.09 into 10 to the power minus 3 square into R value. The value of resistance is 40 ohm. Whole divided by, you are going to get the value of L here, 4 into L value is 0.6. So here the total power you are going to get, is minus 6, right? Don't forget it. It becomes minus 6 power, and later you solve it and final answer you are going to get the value of rho is equal to 423.9 into 10 to the power minus 9. The unit of resistivity or specific resistance is ohm meter. Okay. So you need to use properly the calculator. And next one. So the next question is here. Okay. So the next question is the internal resistance. Terminal of a cell of EMF is given 1.5 volt. Is connected to the ends of 10 ohm coil. If the current in the circuit, that is the coil, maybe one, they have given it as 0.1 amps, calculate the internal resistance of the cell. Okay, they have given it here, the EMF is given 1.5 volt. The battery, normal battery voltage it is connected to the ends of the coil. It's the resistance you take directly. The resistance is 10 ohm. If the current is 0.1 amps, calculate the internal resistance. Okay, you need to use the formula which is the current in a circuit. If internal resistance and the value of R and I, E, if they have given these four, the relation among them is this one. I is equal to E divided by R plus R. This is nothing but Ohm's law only. So I is equal to, just like V divided by R it is, but we derived it, right? E divided by R plus R. We can use it. From Ohm's law only we derived it. But here you need to calculate the value of R, internal resistance. So we calculate the internal resistance. Solve for R first. So I will rearrange it. I will take some more steps. R plus R is equal to what we can write. This is E divided by I, or R is equal to E divided by I minus R. Is it okay now? Yes. Now calculate the value of R. E value is given 1.5. I value which is 0.1 minus R value which is 10. So the value of this one is, so multiply 10 and 10. So you will get, if you multiply 10 in numerator and denominator, you are going to get 15, right? Make it easy. So 10 which is equal to 5. So 5 ohm is the internal resistance of the coil, internal resistance of the cell. Coil resistor is already given. Okay. So let us take one more problem now. Okay, there are many problems. I will make a space over here. Two conductors of resistance 4 ohm and 8 ohm connected in parallel with a cell of EMF 2 volt. So we will write it. There are two conductors. One is here and one more is connected in parallel. So one conductor have a resistance of 4 ohm and another conductor have a resistance of 8 ohm, are connected in parallel. They are connected in parallel with a cell is given. With a cell, the voltage of this EMF of the cell is given. So this is equal to 2 volt. And internal resistance is given. The internal resistance of this is 5 ohm. Find the current in each conductor. So I told, when you connect a battery to a circuit, such kind of circuit, the current flows, the current I. When it reaches a junction, it divides into two branch. So it goes here and it goes here. And this current I can call I1 and this current I can call I2. Okay. And this resistor, you can name it as R1. R1 is equal to 4 ohm. So this is R1, which is equal to 4 ohm. And this is R2, which is equal to 8 ohm. Okay, this is R2. Okay, now I1 and I2 we need to calculate. That's what they're asking. Find the current in each conductor. That's what they're asking. So we have to use the branch current formula, right? So you know the formula of branch current. I have given it. So I1, the current I1 is equal to main current into resistance of other branch. The resistance of other branch is R2 divided by R1 plus R2. You have to use it. Okay. And I2 we can calculate it very easily. There are two methods for that. We can do like this. It is a simple one. So this I2 is equal to the main current minus the current which is already going to the 4 ohm resistor R1, right? You remove this part of the current from total current, the remaining current will flow into the resistor 8 ohm. So you can do this, or the formula you can use as usual. The formula is the main current into resistance of other branch divided by sum of the resistances. So better to use this one. Okay. Now, do you know main current? We don't know the main current, right? First, we have to calculate the main current. So to calculate the main current, we have to use the Ohm's law, right? The Ohm's law formula is I is equal to V by R, or the formula I have given I is equal to E divided by R plus R. Why we need to use? Because R value is given, total resistance we have to calculate, and internal resistance they have given it, and EMF is also given. Okay, that is equal to, but do you know what is the total resistance value? What is the value of total resistance? So 4 and 8 ohm are connected in parallel. We don't know what is the total or effective resistance in parallel, right? We have to calculate that first. So I'm going to use the formula here. So the first step to solve this problem is calculate effective resistors in parallel by using the formula R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Once if you get the value equivalent resistance Rp, you can use the formula. Second step. The second step is I is equal to, we can solve it, I is equal to E divided by the total resistance, external resistance Rp plus internal resistance R. If they have given in a question negligible internal resistance, then R will not be there, right? So if R will not be there, then it just looks like Ohm's law. I is equal to E by R or V by R, right? Yeah. So after getting I, so use those two formula I have given it here. The branch current formula I1. So I1 is equal to main current into resistance of other branch divided by sum of the resistance. And next, fourth step we are going to use, this is I2 is equal to, from main current you remove one of the current in another branch, you will get I2 value. Okay, these are the steps we need to use. So first step, you can use it and calculate. Okay, I will erase it. So Rp is equal to R1 R2. So 4 into 8 divided by 4 plus 8. So the value you are going to get is 2.6. You need to calculate it. Okay, so 2.6 ohm you are going to get. Next step, the value of I we need to calculate. First step got over. Next, second one, I is equal to E divided by Rp plus R. So I is equal to, I will use this E. E is equal to 2 volt divided by Rp. Rp we found 2.6 plus internal resistance value is how much? 5. So calculate it. The value you are going to get, how much? Okay, the value we are going to get is, it is 7.6. So if you calculate it, the value you are going to get is 0.263 amps. Okay. Once after getting the value of main current, the value of branch current I1 can be calculated by using this formula. I1 is equal to I into R2, it is I into R2. So the value of I is 0.263 into R2 value, the resistance of other branch, which is 8, divided by R1 plus R2, that is 4 plus 8. Calculated, the value comes out to be 0.17 amps. And later I2 you can calculate it by using this formula. This is equal to I minus I1. What is the value of I? 0.263 minus I1. I1 is equal to 0.17. So the value is 0.093 amps or 0.09 amps you are going to get. Or you can calculate by using one more formula. This is I2 is equal to this one you can use. So one value you will get it. That is close value you are going to get. This is 0.09. 0.09 only you are supposed to get it if you use this formula. And you can check it whether it is correct or not by just adding this I2 value with I1. I1 value what you got, 0.17, right? Here. So if you add it, you're supposed to get the value of I. So I is equal to I1 plus I2 should satisfy this equation. If it is not satisfied, that means you are doing wrong. The answer what you got, that is wrong. Okay. So let us move on to the next problem now. Okay. The next problem, they have given two resistors, 2 ohm and 3 ohm, are connected in series. So first you need to draw the circuit. So the circuit I have, this is one resistor and one more resistor. Both are connected in series. This is R1 I will call 2 ohm and R2 which is equal to 3 ohm. So a battery of internal resistance 1 ohm is connected. So battery of internal resistance they have given, the internal resistance of this is R is equal to 1 ohm is connected across the combination. If the potential difference across 2 ohm is 3 volt. So where is 2 ohm? Here across this you are going to get a potential difference of 3 volt. So V1 is equal to 3 volt. Okay, they have given V1 is equal to 3 volt. Calculate EMF of the battery. What is the EMF of the battery? Okay. Now, so to calculate the EMF of the battery, what they have given, you already got it, right? So to calculate EMF of the battery, the current formula you can use, I is equal to E divided by R plus R. You can use it. But do you know R value? R means total resistance in a circuit. So total resistance in a circuit is series resistance. Two resistors are there. Since they are in series, you can use this formula. So here R is equal to R1 plus R2. Internal resistance is given. EMF you need to calculate, right? EMF you need to calculate. Current, do you know the current? The current you don't know. Okay, two unknowns are there. So you can use Ohm's law here. You need to analyze it first, then only you are getting the idea. So here potential difference is given across the resistor. Your potential difference across this particular resistor is R1 is 3 volt. So you need to do one thing. You have Ohm's law, V1 is equal to I, R1 you can use it. What is V1 here? Potential difference across R1. Current flowing through both the resistor is same. That is why I we took it. In series, you should have this note. If the resistors are in series, current is same. If resistors are in series, you should know it. So that is why we took it same, not I1 here. I. Okay. So you can calculate this one first, V1. So V1 is equal to IR1. Use it and calculate I. After calculating this, you can use this formula. So first step, the first step I am going to use is V1 is equal to I R1. Use this formula to calculate I value. So I is equal to V1 divided by R1. Use it. And what about the second step? The second step is, you can use the second step. You need to calculate the value of equivalent resistance, RS, because they are in series. So R1 plus R2. So you will get equivalent resistors in series. And the third step you are going to use is this one. I'm using this. So this is EMF they are asking, right, in a question. Therefore, E is equal to I into R equivalent, it is RS plus R. Use it. So RS we are calculating from previous step. So use these are the steps and get the answer. Okay. Now I will use the first step. So V1 is equal to IR1. So I is equal to V1 by R1. So what is V1 here? V1 is equal to 3 divided by R1 is equal to 2. You are going to get 1.5 amps of current. So first step got over. Now I will use the second step. The second step is RS. RS is equal to R1 plus R2. Formula also carries a mark. Even though it is looking easy, just adding you need to write the formula. Even though the answer may be some mistakes in it, then for formula they can give 1 mark if it is correct. So you need to write the formula. So R1 plus R2, this is 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 ohm. Next, third step. The third step is E is equal to I into I value you already got it. 1.5, I'm using this one. 1.5 times equivalent resistance, that is 5, plus internal resistance is 1. So do this 1.5 times 6. So the value you are going to get is it 9 volt unit. If you miss the unit also, you will lose 1 mark. So this is the final answer. You can put the answer in a box, that is better. Immediately they can see, the evaluator they can see immediately. Okay. Next one. We'll see the next problem. Okay. The wires of resistance 5 ohm and 10 ohm. They have given it here. 2 wires. 1 wire here, second one, third one. 3 wires they have given it. So first one is the wire having a resistance of 5 ohm. And the second resistance having a value of 10 ohm, and one more resistance wire, this is equal to 15 ohm, are connected in series. So first all these wires are connected in series, then in parallel. So same resistors then connected in parallel. Find equivalent resistance in each case. So it is very simple problem, just a direct question it is. Series formula, you have to use it. If the resistors are in series, you have to use R1 plus R2 plus R3. So adding all the values and write the answer. So if you substitute all the values, 5 plus 10 plus 15, the answer you are going to get is 40 ohm, right? Sorry, 30 ohm. 15 plus 10 plus 5, which is 30 ohm. Next, parallel. Parallel value, the value of this one is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 divided by R2 plus 1 divided by R3. So substitution also carries a mark. R1 value is 5 plus R2 value is 10 and R3 value is 15. You can take the LCM also, no problem, or you can just calculate 1 by 5 in a calculator, that is also okay. And 1 by Rp value you will get it. Finally, the 1 by Rp value, which is equal to 0.36. This is 1 by Rp, don't stop here. So Rp you need to calculate. So this is 1 divided by 0.36. This is equal to 2.7 ohm you are going to get. Okay. We'll see the next problem now. Two resistances. Okay, I will make some space. Two resistances, 3 ohm and 6 ohm, are connected in parallel with a battery of EMF 6 volt. Okay, I will write it. Two resistances, one is here and one more is here. Both are connected in parallel with a battery. With a battery of how much? With a battery of 6 volt. So I can call this as R1 resistor. R1 resistor has 3 ohm and R2 resistor has the value 6 ohm connected. Internal resistance of the battery is also given here. This is 1 ohm. So R value, which is equal to 1 ohm. The EMF is given as 6 volt. Calculate the main current. The main current I. So what is the value of this main current I they are asking. So I is equal to how much? And current through 3 ohm and 6 ohm also. Here the current is coming I. When it reaches the point, the junction it reaches, it gets into two branch. So one I will call I1 and another I will call I2. So you have to use branch current formula over here. So I1 is equal to how much? We don't know. We have to calculate it. I2 also. Okay. So now every data we wrote it. Now we need to calculate. The first step you can use the equivalent resistance. So equivalent resistance is Rp, right? Only two resistors are in parallel, so you need to use R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So substitute the value. So 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6, it is equal to how much? This is equal to 2 ohm you are going to get. Once after getting Rp, the circuit looks very simple now. So the circuit may look like this. Only Rp here. Rp value you got 2 ohm and the value of the EMF is given, it is 6 volt. EMF and internal resistance is 1 ohm. So simple circuit. So now we can calculate very easily what is the current. So the second step, second part of this problem, I is equal to E divided by, you can use R plus R. Here R is RP, equivalent resistance. So E value is equal to 6. And what is the value of RP here? 2 plus internal resistance value is 1. So this is 6 divided by 3, which is equal to 2 amps. So 2 amps of current. Next, once after getting the value of I, main current, you can calculate the branch current. I1 is equal to main current into resistance of other branch divided by sum of the resistances, right? So main current we already got it 2, and R2 value, resistance of other branch divided by R1 plus R2, 3 plus 6, correct? That is equal to, the value you are going to get here is 1.34. You can check it, this value. And once after getting I1, you need to calculate I2 by using the formula main current into resistance of other branch. Other branch is here R1, right? So R1 divided by R1 plus R2. So that is equal to, I is 2, main current, we already got it here, and resistance of other branch is here 3 divided by 3 plus 6, same. So the value you are going to get, the I2 value is 0.66. This I2 also you can find it out by using one more formula. This is I2 is equal to I minus I1. Okay, from main current, from this particular main current, you can remove this particular current. So you will get a remaining current I2 you are going to get. So the answer should be same. The answer what you are going to get, that should be same. And the unit is also should be same, that is amps. Then whether the problem answers what you got is correct or not, to check that, what to do, you use this and add those two. If you add these two, you will get the value of total current. You can use this formula, is equal to I1 plus I2. So if 2 is equal to 2, you are going to get 2 is equal to, this one is also 2. The problem what you got is correct. Okay. Next problem, we will see the next one. Okay. Two cells A and B are connected in series. Okay, I can write the diagram first. Two cells, one is here and one more cell. Both are connected in series. Each having an EMF is given 1.5 volt, right? 1.5 volt. The internal resistance of first cell is 0.5. R value is equal to 0.5, and R value of this one is given, which is 0.25. Okay, the combination is connected across a resistance. This combination is connected across a resistance of how much value? The value is 2.25 ohm. So 2.25 ohm. This is the value of resistance. So here EMF is given, the value of EMF of both the cell, which is same, which is 1.5, but internal resistance is different. So R1 is equal to 0.5 ohm R2 is equal to 0.25 ohm. Remember that. So R value is given here, external resistor which is connected, which is 2.25. Okay. Now, what they are asking in the problem, calculate, okay, here it is there, down, calculate the current in the circuit. So it's went here somewhere. Okay, calculate the first one, the current in the circuit, and later potential difference across the terminals of each cell. So here at the bottom it is there. Okay, I can copy it, or here only let it be there, will solve. Okay, current in the circuit. Before calculating current in the circuit, total EMF we will calculate, because both the cells are producing the current. So total EMF we can calculate. Since both the cells are in series, so cells are in series, therefore the formula of cells in series, equivalent EMF is equal to E1 plus E2. What is the value of E1 here? 1.5 plus 1.5. This is equal to 3 volt. So E equivalent, we got it. Now the circuit looks very simple. So one EMF, E equivalent, having the value of 3 volt, it is connected to a battery. The battery of which is connected to a resistance of resistance is 2.25 ohm. What about internal resistance of combination? That also you must calculate it. The internal resistance of the cells in series, right? The internal resistance R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2. So what is the value of R1 here? R1 is 0.5, R2 is 0.25. So this is equal to, you are going to get, it is 0.75. So internal resistance is equal to 0.75. Okay. Now, after getting that, circuit is simple now. So we can calculate what is the value of current. So the first part is the value of current, we can calculate it. So somewhere here I will calculate first one, current. So the current I is equal to E equivalent divided by R plus R. R value is external resistor and internal resistance equivalent you must take. That's calculated now. So E equivalent calculated. The E equivalent calculated now, just now, is how much here? It is calculated, which is equal to 0.75. Right? Here it is there. We can use that. Sorry, it is E equivalent first we will write. E equivalent is how much? 3 divided by total resistance connected, it is 2.25 plus R equivalent, that one we can use it now, 0.75. So that is equal to, if you calculate it, you are going to get the answer exactly 1 amps. 1 amps of current you are going to get. So all the answers you can put it in a box. It is easy to identify. And next, they are asking the potential difference across the terminals of each cell. So terminal potential difference they are asking. So what is terminal potential difference? So terminal potential difference for first cell. The formula of terminal potential difference is E1 minus I R1. Not I1 it is, because current it is same in series. Okay, so even the value of even which is equal to, they have given it in a problem, we'll see what is the value of even and it is equal to 1.5. okay, so even is equal to 1.5 minus I value, just we got 1 here, it is there, you can use, and R1 value here it is there, this is R1 and this is R2. R1 value which is equal to 0.5. So you calculate it, the value you are going to get, which is 1.5 minus 0.5, which is 1 volt. Next, potential difference across one more cell, which is equal to E2 minus I R2. The same current which is flowing to that cell also. So E2. What is E2 here? Same 1.5 minus the current value which is 1, but R2 value, the R2 value which is 0.25. So the value you are going to get, it is 1.25 volt. Okay, so this is what they asked in a question. The questions are here. Okay, for this particular problem. Next, we will move on to the next problem. Okay, this kind of problem we solved it in capacitors also. This problem was in 2016 March or 2017 March. Asked it already. So important problem. Okay, when two resistors are connected in series with a cell of EMF 2 volt, negligible internal resistance. Okay, two resistors are connected in series. Okay, you must know it. Two resistors are connected in series, one is here and one is here. Across a cell of EMF, how much? 2 volt. Okay, this is R1 and this is R2, they have not given it. Internal resistance is negligible, that means the internal resistance value is 0 for the cell. A current of 2 divided by 5 amps flows. So how much current will flow now? The current which is flowing, which is equal to 2 divided by 5 amps of current. When the resistors are connected in parallel, so now the same resistors are connected in parallel like this. Across two resistors are connected in parallel, the main current comes out to be 5 by 3. So connected to the same cell, it is 2 volt and internal resistance is 0, EMF is 2 volt. The current comes out to be the current which is equal to, in parallel, 5 divided by 3 amps. Calculate the resistances. So what is the value of R1 and what is the value of R2? They are asking it. Okay. So we have to use these two circuits and should solve it. Okay. Now, just by looking at this circuit diagram, the resistors are in series, right? Resistors are in series. What is the formula of resistors are in series? Okay, I will start from here. Rs is equal to R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2, which is equal to Rs, right? But according to Ohm's law, what we can write, the resistance value is equal to V divided by I, right? V is equal to IR, that formula we are using. V is equal to IR. We are using this here. Okay. So RS is equal to R1 plus R2, which is equal to V by I. But do you know V value here? V is nothing but EMF which is given. So 2 divided by the current, which is 2 divided by 5. So what you are going to get, which is just 5 ohm, right? So R1 plus R2, what you got, which is 5 ohm. Okay. You need to remember this. I will call this as equation 1. Okay. Next, coming to this particular diagram, this one. For this one, two resistors are in parallel. So what is RP is equal to? RP is equal to, when two resistors connected, I can use this one. So R1 R2 will be R1 plus R2. So again you can use the Ohm's law. Total resistance value RP is equal to R is equal to V by I. Ohm's law. But what is the V value? Same EMF divided by, but current is different here. This is 5 divided by 3. They have given 5 by 3, right? In the problem they have given 5 by 3. I am using that. So this is equal to 6 by 5. 6 by 5 ohm. Okay. So you got finally R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, which is equal to 6 divided by 5 ohm. I can call this as equation 2. Maybe I can use it later. Okay. Now I want to calculate R1 R2 here. My aim is to calculate now, since R1 plus R2 we have, I need to calculate R1 minus R2 now. Okay. R1 minus R2, if I get, that becomes very simple equation, linear kind of equation we will get it, and those equation can be easily simplified. So R1 R2 is equal to 6 divided by 5 as it is. This is R1 plus R2. But do you know R1 plus R2? Yes, we know it. R1 plus R2, which is from equation 1, it is 5. So you will get 6 ohm square. Why? Because it is R1 into R2. No need to write the unit over here. That's okay. But that is ohm square. So R1 R2 is equal to 6. So R1 plus R2 you have, R1 R2 also I have. Now I need to calculate what is R1 minus R2. So R1 minus R2 I want to calculate. To calculate that, you need to have a formula. This one, A plus B whole square minus A minus B whole square is equal to 4AB. We used it already once in the chapter, first chapter. Or R1 plus R2 whole square minus R1 minus R2 whole square is equal to 4R1 R2. I am going to calculate R1 minus R2 from this. That is why I am doing these circles. R1 minus R2 square. R1 minus R2 whole square is equal to, what you are going to get, R1 plus R2 whole square minus 4R1 R2. Just school mathematics, simple kind of mathematics I am using it. R1 plus R2 we already found it from equation 1, which is 5 square minus 4. What is the value of R1 R2? 6. Here it is there, 6. So this is equal to 25 minus, is it 24? Yes. That is equal to R1 minus R2 whole square, right? R1 minus R2 whole square, what you got it as 1. Therefore, what is R1 minus R2? Okay, I need some more space. So R1 minus R2, taking square root on both sides, so you will get 1 ohm. Okay, now you can call this as equation 3. So now if you just have a look at this problem, we have equation 1 here, right? R1 plus R2, and I have equation 3 here, R1 minus R2. So linear equation, so I will solve it here. These two linear equations I can solve it to calculate R1 and R2. That's what they are asking. So R1 plus R2 from equation 1 is, this is 5 ohm. Let me check it, right? 5 ohm, right? 5 ohm. What about R1 minus R2 we got from equation 3, which is 1. Okay, solve it, simplify. So these two will be cancelled. Okay, so 2R1 is equal to, if you add it, 6 ohm you are going to get. R1 is equal to how much? 3 ohm. So once if you got R1 value, easy to calculate R2 also. Substitute this R1 value into any of the equation. So I can substitute it into this particular equation. So that is, okay, I will write here one more time. That equation is R1 plus R2 is equal to 5. Equation 1 it is, right? So R1 value already got it. R2 I need to calculate. So 5 minus R1. So 5 minus R1 value is 3. This is equal to 2 ohm. So you need to put the final answer in a box. So R2 value also you got, and R1 also if we got it. Okay.